I'm Gerhard Elfers. Welcome to the program. Turkish authorities have vowed to bring to justice those they say killed a young girl in the country's southeast. The child's remains were found Sunday in a river in the province of Diyarbakir. She had been missing for 19 days. 8-year-old Narin was laid to rest after a funeral ceremony in Diyarbakir province. An investigation into her death is continuing. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said she was brutally murdered. Her disappearance sparked a national search effort. Prosecutors have detained more than 20 people over the incident. And for more on this story, we can now cross over to our Turkey correspondent, Hahn. Julia, the death of 8-year-old Narin has caused a national outcry in Turkey. Tell us more.
Well, this case has been keeping the entire country on tenterhooks, causing a lot of outrage because the victim here is a child and the main suspects seem to be members of her own family. 8-year-old Narin from the southeastern Turkish province of Diyarbakir had been missing, as you mentioned, for nearly 3 weeks, and people here in the country had been following the enormous search effort basically live on national television, involving police units, neighbors, volunteers. There was even a social media campaign called Find Narin, joined by prominent figures, musicians, artists and the like. And then yesterday morning, on Sunday, the Turkish Interior Minister said that the girl was found dead. The local governor in Diyarbakir, where it all happened, later confirmed that she was killed. Let me briefly quote him. Based on the first observations, he said she was put into a bag after she was killed. The bag was then placed in the river, hidden under branches and rocks so as to not raise suspicion. Now, the police are waiting for the autopsy report for more information about how exactly she has been murdered and whether she was sexually abused, because this is one allegation that's circulating here. Prosecutors have detained more than at least 24 people, according to the Turkish Justice Ministry, including Narin's parents and 2 brothers. They were taken in for questioning, according to local media, and an uncle of hers was arrested last week already on suspicion of murder. So the police seem to be treating this as a case of domestic violence involving one or possibly more family members of the girl, but the investigation is continuing as we speak.
Now, President Erdogan has also spoken out, threatening the perpetrators with harsh punishments. What is the situation in Turkey regarding the safety of girls and women?
Well, first of all, Narin's death has really caused angry reactions across the country. In Diyarbakir, where it happened last night, thousands took to the streets in protest, demanding whoever killed the girl to be taken to justice, but also demanding better protection for children. There have been similar calls for protests in Istanbul here and in other Turkish cities, because violence against women and against children is widespread in Turkey, with rights groups regularly sounding the alarm and accusing the government of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan of failing to protect women and children. More than 400 women and girls were killed last year alone, according to one prominent women's rights group. And let me give you one more figure from the State Statistics Office. The number of child victims of sexual crimes who were brought to security units in Turkey more than doubled between 2014 and 2023 to more than 25,000 cases, last year. And that is just the number of reported cases. So Narin's death has put a huge spotlight on domestic violence, on violence against children here in Turkey. And that is putting pressure on President Erdogan as well. That's why I believe he weighed in yesterday, posting on the social media platform X, saying that he is profoundly hurt by the news and that he will personally follow the judicial process to ensure, and I quote him, that those who took Narin away from us receive the harsh punishment they deserve.
Thank you very much, Julia Hahn, there, reporting from Istanbul.